It is summer here in the Norwegian mountains, which we are currently still trying to soak up as much as we can. It is kind of strange that it's already August again. Somehow it feels like the time is slipping away so fast these days, especially when I think about that in my last video, everything was still covered in snow and we were desperately waiting for spring. Spring and summer came quite late this year, and the Femund Lake where we live has been frozen over for almost 6 months. Even after the first warm days of the year finally arrived in May and the snow slowly started to melt, the ice kept being resistant, covering the water until the horizon and sending cold winds over the whole area. It was quite fascinating to witness this process of the ice slowly disappearing from the shores, turning darker and darker in color as it got soaked by the melting water. Over several days it started to crack more and more, making these incredible patterns that almost looked like an abstract art painting from above. And then, pretty much from one day to the other, it was gone. The water was flowing again and real spring finally arrived.
Das ist auch hochwertig Porzellan, das ist von Oschken und Porzellan. Das ist so toll.
It looks nice.
It looks so nice. I'm so incredibly pleased. Oh, finally, I have so much work to do. In 20 days, we have a new launch and my oven got broken. I'm so happy to My old one was one of the worst ones that I could have had, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Very good.
Valley's showing down below. Are you floating? Were you hoping? I've been living on the edge of somewhere I don't know, and it feels like it just might crumble. And I've been looking at the outside, fire and snow. Searching for my own soul, hanging on the gallows, hanging on the gallows, hanging on the gallows, hanging on the gallows.
So, I am just on my way to Dreamvalley, or actually another farm before that, because Vivian is picking up her new horse today. She got herself a young mare that will join the Dreamvalley herd today. There hasn't been a new horse, I think, in 4 or 5 years or so. So yeah, it's going to be quite exciting to see how they react. I don't think that it's that they will reject her, but there will definitely be some action. And yeah, I hope that it will all go well. And I will see if I can take you with us today a little bit. Ja, sie lässt sich nicht so beeindrucken davon einfach, ne?
Ein bisschen so, ich gehe jetzt da.
Gott, das ist wirklich sehr... Oh Gott. Mega süß. Und gibt's ein Fazit?
Ja, es ist gut, dass wir da ein bisschen echt hier.
So we separated them for now so that Kali, the new horse, can have a little break from all the chasing and they can get used to each other over the fence. But so far it looks all very good. I think she will make a great fit in this herd. She definitely is a very sweet horse. And yeah. As every year, spring turned into summer almost right away, and while the last summers we always spent on the road, traveling with our van, that is of course gone now, this year I kind of found myself just wandering around the forest here, not really knowing what to do with myself, and also really feeling up for a new project. We are still working on finding a farm and permanent home here in Norway, but as we want to give this process all the time that it needs, I thought while I have this summer still in front of me, why not just spend some time on a farm again to at least remember why we even have this dream and maybe also learn something new that might be useful for us later on. So I started to look around a bit, and while doing that, I actually stumbled over a familiar face. I met Christian a few years ago over a common friend. He has a farm with a bunch of fjord horses just a few hours away from us, so I just contacted him and shortly after drove up to spend a week at his place and help out a bit with the farm work. The summer has been quite rainy here so far, so the fields didn't grow that much grass yet, and the horses still had to get the winter ration of hay every day. But then on a sunny June day, there was just no point in waiting any longer, and for the horses it was finally time to be released on the green fields for the first time of the year, which of course for them was a really big celebration. It was really nice to have some of these long days again, full of practical work that just comes with living on a farm. Being out and around animals, working with my hands, always has been the best medicine for my overthinking head and makes me feel so much more grounded and in balance. And as exhausting as it can be, it's also just very satisfying to fall into the bed in the evening with an empty mind and a tired body, just knowing what you have accomplished. I really can't wait to have that in my life again and eventually also build up our own place this way, someday in the future. So I'm back home again, and that is a fly in my face. And yeah, I just basically just wanted to share some news with you, and that is that we actually just bought a new camper van. I think we just bought a van.
Yes!
There it is. So the project that I was looking for just, came a little bit sooner than expected. We have been looking at some vans earlier this year, but they were either not really affordable or, in not such a good shape. And it's just really not so easy to find anything around here. So we just put that project aside for now. But then around a week ago, Joachim went to Oslo to visit his family and I drove him. And we just thought, when we are in this area already, we can just at least look at some vans. And we just found this van here. It was in pretty good shape, and most importantly, it was also affordable for us. So we just took it home with us and now already started with the van conversion. It's actually quite nice wood under here, so I can definitely reuse that. And the best thing, our outdoor kitchen is actually already here. If I could. It's pretty much exactly what I want to build. Just freshen it up a little bit. But it's really nice. Okay, so the floor is a bit more challenging. Taking out the floor is a bit more challenging than we thought. First, the screw here is completely full of rust, so Joachim already used quite some force to get the plastic away. And now we discovered that somehow this plate is screwed into the floor of the car with, I don't know, it looks like, what's the rivets? Rivets. Yeah, we are just now trying to screw them through so that we can get the plate off. I'm a bit scared of what we will find underneath.
Me too. We can show you on the other side here. We just now got quite a few of them gone.
Yeah.
And you can see them from underneath.
Yeah, so here you can see it.
And it's screwed into the metal of the car.
Yeah, it looks really strange.
Oh, nee.
Luckily didn't have that much rust in this car. I was quite relieved when we lifted the floor plate and there wasn't any serious rust places, but those that I found I just treated. And yes, it's always a lot of work before you can actually begin. So now all that is done and the van looks very nice and shiny again, and in the next step we can then start with the furniture and everything that all the work that is a little bit more satisfying, where you can see the results a little bit more immediately. So I'm very much looking forward to start with that, but I think that you will then see in the next video. I just really can't wait to turn this former working car into a little cozy cabin space on wheel for us again, where we can just head out for new adventures again. I have definitely missed that a lot this summer, and I'm also really excited for this new project and this new challenge, because of course it definitely will be quite a bit more challenging here, because it's quite difficult to get materials, and the next store when you can get some materials is over an hour away, so it will definitely be quite a lot of driving around, I guess. But I already have quite some ideas how I want it to turn out, and it definitely will be a bit different than the van that I built before, because of course we are 2 people now. The last van I just built for myself, and then Joachim moved in afterwards. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge to get the most out of this space, because we chose quite a small car again. It's pretty much, I think it's pretty much the same model like the van that we had before, just a newer generation, because it's also our everyday car, so we didn't want to have such a big one. So yeah, it's going to be challenging to get the most out of the space, but I think and hope that it will turn out like the vision that I have in my head. Joachim will then also have a little space to paint, and I think it's going to be very cozy. I think I definitely just feel up for a challenge again, and very much looking forward for this project. And that is actually also something that I wanted to ask you, that if you know someone who knows about vans and building out vans in Norway or in Sweden, or maybe also in northern Germany, who would feel up to help us out a little bit, I would really appreciate if you would just write me a message on Instagram, or just write us an email, because we have some things planned that I don't dare to do myself, like the electricity, we want to build a window in the side door, and a heater. So that are the 3 things that we definitely need help for. And I don't know, I thought just maybe there's someone in the community that knows about these things, and if you do, feel very welcome to just write me a message. We would really appreciate it. And yes, I just hope that you feel up for some van content in the next videos. I think I will just mix it with my regular content and then make a whole van conversion video in the end, like I did last time. So yes, I hope that you feel up for that, and that you enjoyed this video and little glimpse into our summer so far. And I just hope that you are doing well, that you are enjoying your summer, if there's summer where you're living right now. I will now go and continue in the van, and I will see you very, very soon again. Bye bye.